Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Jai Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girdhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girdhari Shodhanandana Yashodanandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Govind Radha Govind Radha Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Guru Mahamantra ki jai, Samved Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to assembled devotee, all glories to assembled devotee, all glories to assembled devotee, all glories all Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, text number, chapter number 2, text number 46. And chapter entitled Hiranyakashipu, Kings of the Demons. Bhutendriya Manolingam, Indriya Manolingam, Dehanuchaswana Vibhu, Bhajante Utsarjati Hayas, Tachapi Sevana Tejasa. Bhutendriya Manolingam, Dehanuchaswana Vibhu, Bhajante Utsarjati Hayam, Tekchapi Sevana Tejasa. Bhutendriya Manolingam, Dehanuchaswana Vibhu, Bhajante Utsarjati Hayas, Tachapi Sevana Tejasa. Bhuta, by the five elements, material elements. Indriya, the 10 sense. Manaha, and the mind. Lingaha, characterize. Dehina, gross material bodies. Uch, avahan, avachan, high class and low class. Vibhuhu, the individual soul, which is the lord of the body and the sense. Bhajanti, achieves. Utsarjati, gives up. He, indeed, I am, being difficult. Tat, that. Cha, also. Api, indeed. Sevana, by his own. Tejasaha, power of advanced knowledge. Translation and prepared by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jaya. The five material element and the 10 sense and the mind are all combined to form the various part of the gross and subtle bodies. The living entity comes in the contact with his material bodies, whether high or low, and later give up them by his personal powers. This strength can be perceived in living entities. A personal power of possess different types of bodies. Translation: the conditioned soul has knowledge, and if he wants to fully utilize the gross and subtle bodies for his real advancement in life, he can do so. It is therefore said here that by his high intelligence, Sevana Tejasa, by the superior power of superior knowledge achieved from the right source, the spiritual master or acharyas, he can give up his conditioned life in a material body and return home back to God. However, if he want to keep himself in the darkness of this material world, he can do so. Lords confirm in this as follow in the Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti devavratan devanam kirton yanti priturtaha bhutan yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajino api mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship ghosts and spirit will take birth among such beings. Those who worship ancestor go to the ancestor, and those who worship me will live with me. The human form of body is valuable. one can use this body to go to the higher planetary system, to Pitruloka, or he can remain in this system, lower planetary system. But if one tries, he can also return home back to Godhead. This poise is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Super Soul. Therefore, the Lord says, Mata Smriti Jnana Apohanam Cha. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. If one want to receive the real knowledge from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can become free from the bondage to repeated acceptance of material bodies. If one take to the devotional service of the Lord and surrender unto Him, the Lord is prepared to give one's direction by which to return home back to Godhead. But if one foolishly want to keep himself in the darkness, he can continue in a life of material existence. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगना रघुनाथान्तं एवं सादयितं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगना ललिता श्री विशाखा विंताक्ष हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। Hare Krishna. So today we will continue from last verse number 45, and last verse we will discuss or we try to explain how the Yamraji explained the body is separated from the soul. Why the Yamraji came? Because the Hiranyaksha wives and his relatives are too much lamenting, and the cries and the hearing of the cry, they came as in the form of the little voice. And also we hear from the Yamraja, they try to classify or try to explain. Yamraja is one of the great Mahajan. Today in this verse, Yamraja also further continue how the body is separated from the souls. Prabhupada quote is very nice. I'm trying to, as my knowledge. Last time we discussed the paradox of the life. We try to getting the knowledge for the free from the miseries, but what happens? We are suffering with the lot of misery. So Yamraji say that the body is made up of 5 gross elements. 5 gross elements is earth, water, air, fire, and ethers. They are very, growing up, we can see that the settle and the earth has form and shape, and similarly goes to subtle. And they are also explained the 10 senses. Which type of the 10 senses? 10 senses is tongues, two ears, nostrils, two eyes, two eyes, genital bellies. These are all, and also one is the mind. We can understand by the one process like that. The if you want to becomes doctors, then we enter or giving the exam, or we do study of MBBS. Similarly, we, if we want to getting the knowledge of law, we enter in the LLB. Further, what we want, it's our desire, then we enter that type of the study, and we awarded that type of the degrees also. So similarly, here Yamraja is explain the Krishna or Lord give us the free will, or that free will we getting the body of which type of the our desires or free will we accept the wills. ऐसे Prabhupada here one quote from the Bhagavad Gita. यान्ति देवव्रता देवानां पितॄयान्ति पितृव्रताः भूतयान्ति भूतेज यान्ति मद्याजिनो अपीमाम. मतलब those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ghosts and spirit will take birth among such beings. Those who worship the ancestor goes to the ancestor, and those who worship me will live with me. It means those people want to go higher planetary system, they worship the demigods. Hence we are not, or our sampradaya not recommendations of worship of the demigods. We accept the power of gods or devtas, but we are not doing worship. In Mahabharata, one incident happened when one time Pandu Maharaj is go to jungle for the hunting, and they kill one couple of birds, but they are not birds, they are rishis, and they accepting the body of the bird for the unite, and they kill by the Pandu Maharaj, and at the time of death he cursed to Pandu Maharaj. And what they curse is that if you want to unite with your wife, you will be dying. And they accept the curse, or they are not regular curse. We are nowadays we are giving the our anger is when rising, and give the curse to anyone. That are not curse there. They are accepting, and they realize that what they make mistakes, and they accept the renounce order, or they are staying away from his wife. And but situation is remembrance always there, and they accepting one of the assumptions, doing so well, and they forgot his king also. They never want to go there, but one day they unite with his wife, and by the curse he also died. Similarly, we know the nature of laws. But when we too much aggressive or too much thinking that we want to money, we earn to money, or we are going to here and there, and we are not getting the proper association of the remembrance, remembering peoples like that a devotee, then we forgot the real purpose of the body. And everyone will die. The Parikshit Maharaj also asked the question, so what is the aim of human, those who near to die? And Sukadeva Goswami giving the answer, those people are near to die, it's must hear about the glories of the Lord. And one time Prabhupada, they are staying in a USA, or I don't know where they stay, and one Indian people are visit and say, Swami, you are Krishna consciousness movement, are every person or most people are younger. So this bhakti is not for young generations. It's a old people. It's for a old people. So Prabhupada ji say that who is old? Who is old? Those who are near to death. Those who are near to death is old. But can we know what happens in our life in next step or next day or few hours after? We don't know. So how we consider that we are younger or we are old? We don't know who are younger. So if you forget the association of the those who are know the real purpose of the life, then we will the misuse of this human form of the body. Because Maya or the Lord's energy, Mama Maya Duratya, Lord say in the Bhagavad Gita, Mama Maya Duratya. So Maya is so strong, we cannot escape from the clutch of the Maya. But if we get the way, or we are the getting the mercy of the devotees of the Lord, then we can easily pass this clutch of the Maya. Here we can understand from the story of Pandu Maharaj or Pandu Maharaj, they are highly understand peoples. The Kuru Vansh or Kuru dynasty is the great dynasty of in the history, and the king of Kuru dynasty is also suffering. So what think about us? We have the no value, or we are the significant as compared to Kuru dynasty or the king of Pandu Maharaj. So he also forgot the real purpose of the life, and he also the suffering with the same things. Similarly, one can understand one examples at the time of when independence, the one of the follower of the Gandhiji's, Chittaranjan, and Gandhiji said that the give up everything for the independence, and the Chittaranjans give the donation 500 rupees per month, and want to give up everything, and they suffering and they give 500 to 5,000 rupees per month, and sudden bewilderment makes the cause of the suicide. It happened. And in the Shastra or in the Vedic sanskara, or by the grace of the process of the, we accept the process of the Guru Parampara, then we can understand the one another example of the Goswamis, Rup Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. Those brother are prime ministers and home minister in the Maharaj, Mr. Maharaj, I forgot that. One of the Maharaja or one of the dynasty, they are the home minister and prime minister. They also give up everything for the purpose of the getting the higher knowledge or real understanding what is the purpose of the human form of the life. This is called as a parampara. And when the getting the knowledge from the parampara, we can understand the proper understanding of the purpose. And if you are not getting the proper parampara, then we are suffering too much, and also suffering like that the Chittaranjan. So in Sanatan Goswami or Rupa Goswami have the lot of wealth, but they also give up the all wealth in the charity or in the form of the other things, but they give as a proper way, and hence they also detach from the all the wells. They have four type of the proper Guru Shishya Parampara or disciplic succession or Sampradayas. One is the Sri Sampradaya, they are coming from the Lakshmi Matas. Second is the Rudra Sampradaya, they are coming from the Lord Shiva. Third is the coming from the Chatush Kumar Sampradayas. And one of the Brahma Madhya Gaudiya Sampradayas. They are coming from this Madhya Brahma. Knowledge getting from the disciplic succession or authentic Sampradayas, then we are not suffering. We are properly understanding the value of the human form of life. So, what we do or what we want to do when we getting the association of the devotee, then it will be always remembrance us that we are in suffering conditions, and when we remembrance always, then we are trying to free from these sufferings. If we are not accepting these things, then we are lost our body or we are lost human form, and similarly the Prakriti also give the another form as as our desires, like as our what we do in this life, or what our mental stability, or what our past karmas. We are suffering or we are getting the another body. Devotee association also remember that how the mundane life is condemned. because the body is made up of gross elements and every day they are dying. I forgot the related with the pastimes of the Yudhishthir Maharaj also. Yudhishthir Maharaj, Yaksha asked to Yudhishthir Maharaj the questions, and one of the question is that what is the greatest surprise in the world? And Parikshit Maharaj say that everyone, but everyone thinking as that I am not dying or I am immortal. But real thing is that everyone is dying. It's a fact. So if we accept the situation, then we can realize, and realizations and remembrance, we can easily free from the clutch of the Maya and go to back to Godhead. Someone accept that they Buddha quote the Yanti Devratan. So those who are the accepting or surrender unto the gods or others followers, they want to give as less as much and by get as much as more. तो एक तरह का शोषण करना चाहते हैं, एक नारियल में इतना सारा पैसा दे दो और इतना सारा घर दे दो, इट्स सिमिलर लाइक दैट. सो accepting the proper disciplic succession, accepting the Guru Shishya Parampara, accepting the proper way of the Vedic source, and then we are related, we are understanding our real goal of life, or what is the real goal of life? Go back to home, back to God. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.